Okay, if I want to get a yardstick on a company that I haven't dealt with before, and I have done this with companies I've run as well, I would look at the profit and loss and actually try and quickly work out what volumes I need to do and at what sort of price to make money. So whereas a P&L normally is set with your sales at the top, your direct costs come off, you get your gross margins, indirect costs, net margins, etc. And it gets very complex very quickly. What I would be inclined to do, and what I have done, is take a business and say, let's pretend we're not selling anything at all. We're just sitting here doing nothing. What is the cost in the business of the production, of facilities, of people, of insurance policies and everything else? Lump that all together. And let's say that's £1 million, for example. Well, let's say that's £100,000, just for simplicity. So £100,000 a month. If we sit here and do nothing, the business is going to be bleeding £100,000 a month in cash. And so we need to find a way to sell things that are going to overcome that cost before we start making money. And I know this is a very simple way of looking at it. That's the way my simple mind works. Accountants probably freaking out. But so I've got that lump sum there, and that's what I'm working against. Now, let's say, for example, that I'm selling widgets for a living. And now I want to go make some so I can sell some, so I can make some money, so I can overcome all of these costs. So then the only thing that is going to cost me additional money then is the cost of procuring materials, perhaps. So I can then factor that in. So say, for example, in this industry, I sell my widgets for £20, and it costs me in materials £10 to actually go and acquire the materials to actually make one of these. So for every widget that I make now, all my other costs are locked in. So I've got everything else there ready to actually deliver that if I need to. Notwithstanding, as volumes grow, maybe there's going to be some additional costs. But let's just look at it just very simply. This is a yardstick exercise. So for every widget that I actually make and sell, I'm going to deliver £10. I've got £100,000 in a lump sum cost there. I don't even know what to call it. It's not a fixed cost. I suppose it is a fixed cost. So I would need to sell 10,000 widgets and make £10 on each of them to overcome that £100,000 of just cost that's sitting there in the business every month. So now I know very quickly, and not 100% accurately, but pretty close, that if I'm selling my widgets for £20 each and I sell 10,000 a month, then that's my break-even position. And beyond that, I'm going to start making money. And if I sell less than that, or I sell it for less, then there's going to be a problem. Now, obviously, with cash flow and payments, it's not a guarantee that I'm going to be cash positive in that situation, depending on how long it takes me to acquire these materials and actually get paid for product in the end of it. But it's a good initial yardstick for where we are. So I would apply that, and then it really comes down to then simple business management around selling as much as possible for the highest possible price and controlling the costs. But at least I've got an understanding of where that needs to be, and I can start to understand what the sensitivity is around volumes and around selling price and what it means for actually making money. And then I can start to construct a sensible business and understand how I make that efficient and how I make money. So it's an unconventional way, perhaps, of looking at an income statement and actually making quick sense of it. But that's what I tend to generally do before I revert back to the sort of statutory tools of a traditional P&L and then start to build management accounts to give me some steer as to what I should be doing going forward. Okay, I'll leave that with you. I hope that's helpful. There we go.